Okay, one more time, welcome you all to another day of the Agile Scrum. We are in um, day 2 or day 3 of Agile and Scrum. Before we begin, let me quickly ask anyone here for the first time joining in this session. It's your day 1.
Yeah, it's my first day. This is Tanima Srivastav.
Okay, hi Tanima. So could you please quickly introduce yourself as in from where you are connecting, your educational background, and if you have any working experience in any field? Over to you, Tanima.
I have 4 years of IT experience. I worked as a Oracle SQL developer,
Mhm. Okay,
and
okay,
currently I was on a break to take care of my family, and I just came to US last year, and I'm looking for work now.
okay, awesome. Thank you so much for your quick share, Tanima. Everyone, you can type in the chat window. Welcome, Tanima. Tanima, and did you
Thank
go
you.
through the last 2 recording, please?
Yes, I did go to the first one, and half of second one I could go through.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for quick confirmation. So everyone, let's get started. As you all know, the reminder we need to get going to get ahead to get started is the code of honor that I'm going to share with you all. So for that, I'm bringing the code of honor in front of you, and once you see that, just give me a confirmation. Um, Let me share my confirmation as let me share my uh you know mind map as well. So I'm sharing over here. Okay, just quick confirm me if you all can hear the screen now. One
Yes,
more
sir.
time. Yeah, thank you so much for your
Yes.
confirmation. So you all know by now that what this help us, and we took its reference yesterday and went ahead with uh, learning of agile values and principle as well. So for this complete track, these are the 6 code of honor. We are going to go through one by one quickly. The very first one says that you show up live, because agile is full of ceremonies, means meetings that demand you to be there live, be on time, remain punctual, and highly committed. So once you why you need to do this over here for the live sessions, because once you consider the training itself as a project, it will be quite easy for you to follow it up accordingly. And there is another universal law associated with this, says that how you do anything is how you do everything, and that's the reason we need to follow this up. And the second one that says that, because you are in this journey, you are coming from the various background as well. You have a few of you are quite fresh, few of you are well into this with the previous experiences, and still you chose to learn and relearn. By default, it makes you student. We don't want you to be just student, we want you to be the full stack student. It means that who does all the assignments, do self research, and repeat what you learn. And third one, while you continue to do so, it's quite easy for you to take the responsibility when it comes to success. And how you it will come once you finish what you start. And we also recommend you to
रोज कहे कर रहे हैं आज के डेज
just a second. One quick reminder to you all. In case you feel like contributing, definitely remain unmuted. And if you feel that you are contributing at your home or work, then you can keep yourself muted. All right. So we also recommend you to just not take the full responsibility of success, but also if any of failure it is. Why? Because once you take the full responsibility of it, then only there are chances you may correct it. And then you realize this failure does not remain the failure for the success. And the fourth one, to do so, it really requires the concrete mind remember we talked about 3 secrets of agility in the very first day, and from there you will realize that it would require you to have the concrete mindset. One come from the Kaizen, that is to have the learning mindset. Learner, more continued learner you become, you will find yourself developing positive minded attitude. A more positive minded you will become, you will find yourself going more complaint free, and more complaint free you will become, you will find yourself getting loaded in more gratitude that leads to happiness. Why it is necessary, we'll talk about it in a while. And the fifth one, because you need to have such mindset inculcated. You need to start your day with the increased level of receptivity, and for that very reason we invite you to subscribe to a free complimentary 30 days audio challenge. That is the audio program. You need to listen to it every single day when you start your morning. This is a 40 minutes long audio, but you can just finish it within 20 minutes while you jog, run, or walk. And this is not mandate, but this is the recommendation. Many of students have been doing this. They have seen its positive impact in every course of their life. That's the reason I recommend, and you can ask for its link after the session from me. And the second one, because you are taking a deep dive into learning, must follow the golden quadrant of learning that comes with the 4 steps. And the very first one that says you that you can start any deep learning, but before that you declare what you're going to learn and declare it with the anchor, and then take a deep dive into deep learning. And once you have taken the deep dive into deep learning, then draw whatever you have learned in 24 hours using pen and paper mandatorily, and then summarize it in a way that holder can also understand. So how it is going to help you? It is going to help you to retain whatever you have learned. Continued practice will improve you to be an expert in the topic what you have explained back, by just following every single step the way I have spoken. And you will be amazed how you are evolving further as an expert. And where you need to send your summary, of course you are going to send your summary on the WhatsApp group itself. Okay, in WhatsApp group, when you will send, you will be able to witness your evolution as well, that how you are evolving from in case you don't have any information, from novice to expert. And we have several tons of such proof that students have evolved. Okay, so if that's the case, then let's get started with the declaration with the anchor, and then take a deep dive into deep learning. Rest will be in your code, that is drawing and then summarizing after the session. So let me quickly share the statement that we are going to repeat. You will be repeating the statement that is selected on your screen in blue after me, but before that you are going to anchor. Anchor will be at the count of 3. You are going to put the body anchor, and it is going to be body movement. It is going to be a self high-five or the clap that you just heard. So how you are going to do that? I will count 1, 2, 3 and clap, then you are going to clap, and then I'll repeat what is selected on the screen. Can you all see the statement that I have selected on the screen? Just unmute
Yes,
yourself
sir.
and say yes. Thank you so
Yes,
much for your
Yes, sir.
confirmation. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I am a quick
quick
learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
others
can
can
learn
learn
and
and
master,
master,
I too can do that.
I
I
too
too
can
can
do
do
that.
that.
One more time. 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat, because I'm an awesome learner.
Because
I'm
I'm
an
an
awesome
awesome
learner.
learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's
Today's
learning is
learning
going
is
to
going to be
going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy to
super
me.
easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be, because just now you said so. And for you may wonder what is this and may feel awkward. Why do you know? Because if you are feeling so, we encourage you to follow the sixth one. The sixth one says you need to be a giver on this path of learning, because you are coming from the various background, and when you are coming from the various background, many of you have almost 26 years of experience. It is not so quite easy to follow the instruction, or if you already know the subject in your mind, you may feel like relearning is not for you, unlearning is, and fresh learning is also not for you, and thereby you may get into the trap of mind, trap of the ego. But you need to give it away. Why? Because when you will keep your ego away, that keeps you ongoing, that keeps you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. Spiritually grounded means your happiness level increases, that I talked into, the gratitude mindset, how it leads to happiness. And why happiness? Because happiness leads to the productivity. That is today's demand of any corporate. And while you do so, you continue to evolve, you continue to grow, you continue to have more money. And if you want to even grow that, we generally invite you to start giving away in the charity. Have an intention that if you are already earning, and in case you are not, then that time at least start intention of having doing this, that give away 5% or 10% of your earning, and you will realize that um, you are having more growth when it comes to more personal economy. Why? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure you are not here just for the survival, but for the growth. But just don't give away for the sake of growth, but also to inspire others to do so, to give away. And where you can give away, be it feeding hungry children, or donating into orphanage, or old age home, or giving away inside to any temple, churches, or mosques, or gurudwara. And uh, appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even what does not happen to you in your favor, actually it is happening in your favor, that you might not realize at this moment. And with this note, you continue to appreciate, because what you appreciate appreciates you back. These are the six quick code of honor we are going to adhere by. And then you will see, if you follow all the six, you see how it is going to help you towards getting placed. And the most helping hand is going to be how we are going to get connected on Sunday quickly for 10 p.m. EST for technical session, Monday again for technical session at 10 p.m. EST, Tuesday you must attend RRP session. The importance of it, I want you to go back and listen to day one or day two, where I have explained why you need to attend live RRP, RRP session. That enhances your visibility, credibility, and marketability for you to get placed. Wednesday, you are going to do the assignment that you have learned on Sunday. Thursday, again, you need to repeat RRP session. Again, why you need to repeat when it is going to be the same? That for that you need to listen to it in the explanation of day one. Friday, you need to attend the you need to give us the assignment that you have learned on Monday. And Saturday, you can choose to relax, or do the research work on the topic that you have already learned, if you want to get into the depth of it, and repeat whatever you have learned, and then prepare your question if you have any, so that it can be answered on the next technical session. This is how we are going to remain connected and follow through the code of honor. Is it clear to you all? Just to confirm if you are ready to follow
Gaurav,
this.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, yeah, go
I
ahead,
have a
go ahead.
doubt here. So these RRP sessions, what is the time of these sessions?
Okay, so good question. The RRP session timing is 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. on both the days of Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay. And sorry, go ahead, please. I mean, the sessions that are on Wednesday and Friday, the assignment ones. So
Mhm.
these are, is there any class for them, or there's no class? We just
No,
need to
so
submit the assignment.
for that, who is asking, by the way, this question? Let me quickly
This is
see.
Tanima.
Okay, Tanima.
This is
So for
Tanima.
that, I just said that I have explained it more in detail on day 1 and day 2. I would request you to go through, please, that, so that otherwise it will take almost half an hour for me to
Okay.
explain that. Okay, thank you so
Okay,
much.
sure.
Okay, so please definitely go through that. It is quite important. So, by the way, do we all agree with this 6 code of honor to abide by this and follow this so that we continue to pace up towards our placement? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for your
Yes.
confirmation. So keep participating when I'm asking some question. So yesterday, do you all know and remember what we were learning? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Principles of Agile, yes.
yes.
Yeah,
So
values
we,
and principles.
true, absolutely right. So we already looked at, two things. Okay. Not two things. There were, in fact, there are 4 values and 12 principles. We already saw almost 8 principles.
8 principles.
Yeah.
Yes.
4 are remaining. We will continue to go through them, and let's get started. I want someone to quickly read the first bullet point.
Attention to technical detail and design enhances agility. The right skill, the right skills and good design ensures the team can maintain the pace, constantly improve the product, and sustain change.
Thank you so much for reading this out. So yeah, the 8th principle says that, you need to continue to enhance the agility. Enhance agility. What is the core purpose of agility? Who remember that? What is the core purpose of agility?
To give
Yeah, go ahead. Try it.
to give the solutions in the timely manner and on regular basis, and to be in touch with the client and be up to date with the requirements and the progress going on.
Absolutely right. Thank you so much for sharing this, all the core purpose, but give the timely solution in quicker manner. Okay, so more quicker, more faster you are, more appreciated you are, and there are chances you are given more business further. Okay, so you continue to enhance with the process, with the delivery speed, and with the quality as well. So for that, you need to put the technical details, give attention to that, and for that sometime you need to look for the right skill, continue to have the enhanced skill, so that the speed will remain same, you are not lagging, and every time you are improving, and you are also sustaining the change, and it's all about accommodating the change as well. So that is the core, another principle of agile, that is the 9th one. I want someone to read this second bullet point over here.
Simplicity, develop just enough to get the job done for right now.
Yeah. So be very simple. Just don't go complex. Yeah, definitely you need to add value. You need to add quality. But if something is really not asked, not really conversed, really not, um, communicated, just don't run behind, fixing that. Let it be more simple. If it is communicated, then it can be created. Okay. So what it says that develop just enough to get the job done for right now. Okay, just don't think that I have time, I can create something which could be the demand of the future. No, just don't get into the overthinking mode, and at least make available so that customer can realize, okay, this is what I had asked, this is what I am getting. And uh, our vendors are not such people who unnecessarily means trying to give me something to impress, but they are simply expressing what has been asked to do, because this could be the nature. It can be sniffed by customer, that what is the intention behind overdoing or something like that. So be very much careful and do more in an assertive manner. I want someone to read the third bullet point over here, please.
Self-organizing teams encourage great architectures, requirements, and designs.
skilled and motivated team members who have decision-making power, take ownership, communicate regularly with other team members, and share ideas that deliver quality products.
Absolutely right. So here the principle in encourages to have the self-organized team. Self-organizing team that does not require any leadership, that does not require anyone, to put some recommendation and you to follow some something. It goes more self-driven. Okay. And when you follow this, you will find that you yourself become a leader means something someone is not doing, automatically you will realize that if you are following this principle of being self-organizing team member, you do such activities that put you into leadership mode. And it means that some processes you will evolve, some activity you will do, some documentation you will come up with, but such activities that will add a value to not only to the team but also to the client. Okay, so and you will go more highly committed, you will take the ownership and accountability of the work you are going to perform, thereby you will evolve as a right peer in the team. And you don't hesitate from sharing the idea, and you will find yourself going more creative. And that is the that is the benefit of being self-organizing. I mean, I'm not going to ask like, okay, hey, you name of the person, and going to ask you do this activity. No, you are so much self-organized that you yourself come forward and you go ahead and you do the job. Okay, so if you see that two people are just coming ahead and they are trying to take the ownership of the same activity, you are quite easy to take a charge or take a lead and continue to go ahead and continue to do that. And you see that conflicts are never appearing, that gets dropped on way. So that's the benefit of being self-organizing. I want someone to read the last bullet point for me, please.
Regular reflection on how to become more effective, self improvement, process improvement, advancing skills, and the techniques help team members work more efficiently.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Thank you so much for reading this out. So, for such enhancement, it's not just processes to improve. You are just not about enhancing the skills. It's not just using the tips, tricks, and the techniques that enhances the efficiency in the team, but also it impacts your self improvement. As I shared earlier, you evolve as a leader, but also you evolve as a technical person, also you evolve as a thinker, also you evolve as a process driven individual who continue to add value to not only to the team, not only to the customer, but also to the work that is ongoing. And that collectively impact work and the delivery, and that comes with the efficiency. That's the benefit of this last bullet point. So with this we complete the 12 principle. So even if you remember the the bullet points, you will be able to talk. If anyone who is starting in this area, means you are not showcasing any of your if you are not showing the loaded experience in your CV, means if you are appearing as a person individual who is having 1 or 2 3 years of experience only, that is the time when you are generally asked and talk about principle and values. But but when people who are going with the 7 years, 5 years, or 12 years of experience or more than that, it is tendency, if you are not answering to the questions which are more critical, then you will be asked the basic questions. So always remember, agile and principle will be asked to you as a basic question if you are going as a very much fresher. So that's the quick touch base on values and principle in continuation from yesterday. I want you to quickly take a note of this. Okay, to get going in as a seasoned scrum master or product owner, these are the few certifications that you can think of. Okay, so anyone who is evolving further, you can do the CSM, that is CSM or SEP, or these are the some of the certification for being the scrum master or product owner. You can certified safe, you can do certification for Kanban, what DevOps. Okay, this is the label of the Scrum Master, P4MR, and then you can evolve as a Agile coach, enterprise coach, Agile leader, and there are further there will be this advanced level of the Scrum Master, certification you can definitely continue to think of. So you go ahead and start practicing. First you learn something about Agile and Scrum Master role. I would suggest know about all the roles, okay, and then start going to touch base some of the certification, and you will see that it is quite easy to crack those certifications. Ask me again after you learn the details about the role, whether you can how to not whether but how you can progress further to become a certified individual who can contribute into the Agile projects. Having said so, I want you to know few tools that will help you to perform well when it comes to the delivery mode of Agile and for Agile software development. So those tools that contributes into Agile development and Agile delivery are these examples: Jira, Asana, Trello, Zoho, Sprint, Rick, iScrum, Tiger, Scrumpy, Handsoft, Track. There are many more. So these are just few names: Azure DevOps, and um, uh, some other more tools are there. I want you to quickly take a note of it, and what I want you to do is that just choose a as a part of just give me a second. Yeah, I was telling choose any, okay, as of exercise. When you are going to meet us next, before that, I want you to go ahead and choose any tool on the screen. Okay, go yourself and do your own self research work. What you will do, you will see what is the potential of this tool, where all
Oh, excuse me, Garv. It seems like you're talking really far. I can't hear you.
Okay, just wait a second.
Did he got disconnected?
I think so because I think he's fixing something because the way he was talking was like it seemed far away.
I think he's got some net issues. Let me check.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, I was
Yes, sir.
fixing. Thank you so much for telling me that I was not audible to you all. So I just fixed that. So what I was telling is that choose any one tool. You are going to decide. I am not going to tell you. Okay. And what is the idea behind that? When you will come back next time, that time you will self-explore the tool. So it may happen that you may stumble upon asking me that what exactly I need to do with the tool. Now listen very closely. After 28th minute when the recording started, I'm telling you that you have to choose a tool where you are going to self explore that, and you need to decide what all you can do with this tool. Okay, so that is the core purpose behind is that is the self learning of the tool. You don't need to ask me, okay, I have chosen this tool, now you tell me what to do. You have to tell me what you have done. Okay, how you have learned those tools, what is the possibility with that tool that I want you to explore by your own self. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Any question right now around this? The task which I have given you as a part of assignment that you are going to do. Any question around it? If no, then we can continue further.
sir, should we have to do something like we have to present something like in Jira
No,
Asana or
no.
something?
You don't have to present right now. There will be time where I'll be asking you to do some activity in some of the tool, but
Okay.
not right now. Right now, you just go ahead, explore the tool, and confirm once you are done that you have done. Okay, that's it. That's the only expectation from you.
Okay. So, okay, you were telling about the certifications, right? Can you please tell what all site or any resources are there for the
Yeah.
certification?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to tell you about it. So
Yes.
first, I want you to know about it in a step-by-step manner, and that's the reason I told you first. You get to know about the minimum the role of every individuals like Scrum Master, Product Owner, or Business Analyst. Minimum Scrum Master and Product Owner, and then once you are knowing that, then you wait for my first quick step-by-step guide that how you can go ahead uh, in continuation of that. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, yeah.
You're welcome. So let me come back. And, okay. So because we have done so, because we have known now the name of the, name of the tools, I want you to quickly let me answer you some question. For example, Agile and Scrum, if they are the same. No, they are not. How? Let's see. Okay. By the way, everyone, you are finding it is quite easy to learn and understand. Okay. Are you finding finding it easy so far?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want someone to read who has not yet read. I want 100% participation. So someone who has not yet read, please read the first bullet point for me, please.
Agile and Scrum. Is Agile and Scrum the same? The key difference between Agile and Scrum is that while Agile is a project management philosophy which utilizes a core set of values or principles, Scrum is a specific Agile methodology that is used to facilitate a project.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. Yes, Scrum is the facilitator, okay, way of facilitating the delivery of the Agile. Okay, so I'll be talking more about in detail to help you to understand about it, that what is Agile and how it is different from the Scrum. But understand Scrum being the subset of Agile that helps you to move ahead, okay, move towards the goal. Okay, Agile is the complete plan. I want someone to read the second bullet point as well.
Okay.
Agile
Please go ahead.
Agile is a continuous application of development and testing in the software development process, whereas Scrum is an agile process to focus on delivering the business value in the shortest time.
Okay, thank you so much for reading this out. Okay, I'll have to pick up again few statement over here. Understand?
So yes,
Yeah.
The sound was a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, we can understand.
Okay. So Agile, when we are talking about, it's a complete development plan, okay, that helps you just not to develop the software, but also deliver the software, tested software, working software you have learned so far. Okay, it's not about just delivering the software, but also the delivering the working software. Okay, and when we are talking about continuous iteration, it means that we are giving again and again and again a few portion of the complete large portion of the continuous delivery of the portion of the large software. Okay, let me go ahead with the more few example in few minutes, and you can take Scrum as a process that will focus towards the adding value, business value in the shortest time. It means in a nutshell, you can understand if there is a big enterprise level of architecture, big enterprise level of the product or services that you decide to deliver into chunk by chunk. Okay, say for example, it's a banking software. Okay, it comes with online banking, fund transfer, adding new customer, opening account, saving account, recurring deposit account, fixed deposit account, and various others, serving the loan part, in loan, personal loan, business loan, home loan, and mortgage loan against the property and whatnot, vehicle loan, and various other things. So customer of bank as a customer has a huge demand. Will you be able to quickly fix all the problem what customer wants to get the solution from you? Will you be able to solve all the problem at once?
No.
No, but you can choose the priority what exactly bank want to get started. Okay, so you will get in talk and understand from the customer what exactly he wants to get started with. A new bank coming into the world and want to attract the customer, want to first add the customer and open the new account for them. You can choose this two module and you first fix them, you work on few days and then deliver to the customer and tell them, hey, you go ahead and start your banking activity with this two module. Then you again work on the two module, when you again work on two module or three module, and you continue to deliver until the entire banking project gets over. So this is what you are continue to deliver in an iterative manner. But this iterative plan, the two modules or three modules of example, is going to be fixed when we will be talking about the time duration. That's the second thing. Third, I want someone to read the third bullet over here, please.
Scrum is a framework utilizing an agile mindset for developing, delivering, and sustaining complex products with an initial emphasis on software development, although it has been used in other fields, including research, sales, marketing, and advanced technologies.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So don't just, limit your mindset that it can only be used when it comes to, software delivery. No, the framework itself had been utilized in multiple streams. Like just now you saw that even for research work, sales, marketing, and in different technologies as well. Now, quickly, I want you to understand the actual difference between Agile and Scrum. Imagine imagine you have to, how I can say that. Yeah, imagine there is a big premise. Okay, in that premise, when you need to go ahead, the plan is to go ahead from the ground floor to the top floor. Okay, and the idea is that continuous delivery, idea is continuous improvement, idea is to get in the iterative way. So there are the various ways you can reach to the top of the floor. So for that, the very first framework is that you have been enabled, the society or the building has been enabled with the lift services. Okay, there are the various lift. One directly goes to all the odd numbers up to the 15th floor. Another will serve you all the even numbers up to 14th floor. Then you need to change the lift, and then you need, say for example, the building is of the 100th floor. Okay, and after every 15th floor you need to change the lift from one, if it you got into the some even number of even number of or say for example even number of the lifts, then you will have to move further on the 15th floor or 14th floor. You need to change the lift, and gradually you need to shuffle the lift after every 15th floor, and there will be a point where you will be reaching towards the top. That is the one framework to bring you from bottom to the top. That's one way. Second way, you will find some escalator is also there. Using that, you can reach out to the top floor. But there is another third way also, and that is the quick carrying way, where board onto the spatial paid services that will take you towards the topmost floor, start from bottom to top. So there could be the various ways you can think of. The ultimate goal is to reach to the way. So the reach to the goal. So what you heard just now, the the frameworks, that is the escalator, paid service, or lifts, those you can consider as a framework. Agile is the continuous plan to get you going towards your goal inside the building, just to fulfill your purpose. That's how you can take the example, the Scrum considering the way of serving or fulfilling the goal, and Agile is the complete goal achievement plan, and Scrum is the part of it. That's how you can understand. Having said so, when we are talking about the continuous delivery, when we are talking about delivering in a bit by bit manner, one example quickly you can see here. Do you see that this photograph is trying to complete a circle that you see here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But is it drawing all at once? No. It is contributing in a dot by dot by dot by dot manner, and instead of creating all at once, it is just delivering in the incremental manner. It is just forming the circle into incremental manner. Did you see all of this, everyone? How
Yes.
this is the one example. There is more way that I'll be going to tell you, but quickly I want someone to read the first bullet point. And by the way, I forgot to ask, Prerna, do you want to add anything, or you want to say something till whatever we have achieved?
No, Gaurav, apparently, yeah, you have been explaining quite well. The only thing we need to highlight is in the interviews, there are always the strict questions that is Agile and Scrum same? Why are they used interchangeably? So as you used the perfect word, that is subset. So yes, Agile, so they have to always remember that Agile is a subset of Scrum. So Scrum is a subset of Agile. So Agile is a methodology and Scrum is the way we implement it. So this is like the thumb rule of this entire discussion or entire session. And once they understand it with further explanation, I think they'll have a better clarity. You can complete this slide and then I'll join the next slide.
Yeah, sure. No problem. So I want quickly someone to read the very first bullet over here towards the Agile and Scrum explanation.
The distinction between sprint and Scrum is that they are two linked but different terms. Scrum is a framework often used in Agile methodology, and a sprint is a part of Scrum framework structure. Scrum gives meetings, tools, and roles, while the sprint is a defined period for creating a feature.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So in a nutshell, if I'll talk about sprint is a terminology that you need to remember. It means that defined time duration. What do we mean by sprint, everyone? What is sprint?
Time difference.
Time duration.
Yeah, time duration you can consider it as. However, when we are talking about the Scrum, the framework that we gave you the example, so the example of lift, escalator, and paid services, likewise, when, in Agile, you are delivering the software, and Scrum is the framework that brings all these things, be it the role of individual, be it the tools that you are going to achieve towards the, of certain prioritized item. I gave you the example of banking, that what all the modules you first get in agreement with the customer, that is the bank. Okay, you first get in agreement with them, what is the highest prioritized item they want to achieve first in a certain defined time that you are going to fix. Who will fix generally? So generally product owner is the role who will be liaising with customer first. Okay, he is the central point for the entire team, also for the customer. Okay, with me so far, everyone? Say yes if you are able to connect with me and hear me well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your confirmation. So this product owner initially itself come into agreement. Okay, what is going to be the defined time duration? Be it 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, or 4 week, not more than that. So that you will define as a first person, as a product owner, that you are going to fix. Okay, on this time duration, we are going to deliver 1 or 2 module of the larger portion of the requirement or the software. Okay, and for delivering that, you need to come together in short of in a deciding factor, that you will decide multiple things, multiple decision or multiple action item, in the meetings. Okay. And those multiple action item may take some tools to achieve them. Okay, you will be confirming on the tools as well. The roles, who will what kind of role you will choose, what will be your role, so that you can accordingly, as per role, you can choose the tool to perform your action as per the processes defined. Okay, so this is how it will continue to follow. We will be getting into more detail of it. However, now you can just read the second bullet point.
Scrum is a subset of Agile. It is a lightweight process framework for Agile development and the most widely used one.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So the core idea is that it should not be really complex thing. Okay, it should be so much easy to achieve that anyone can perform into that. So the environment itself evolve when it comes to adapting the Scrum framework in the Agile itself, so that it will give all the ease in the process to follow, so that development goes easy and everyone can contribute together. So that's the another idea. And already I have used this word, and Prerna also used that Scrum is the subset of Agile. So I want quickly someone to read the third bullet point as well for me.
It's a particular set of practices that must be followed in order for a process to be consistent with the framework. Like the Scrum process framework requires the use of development cycles called sprints, the XP framework requires pair programming.
Yeah. So good. Thank you so much for reading this out. Now you have learned just now two more extra terminology. XP, that is called as extreme programming. And in the extreme programming, it is advocating about the pair programming, what is all about. So we will be even talking about it. So understand, like Scrum is a framework in Agile. Likewise, XP is also a framework in Agile. So sometime, Agile is so much adaptable. And the core idea is that going in the fast delivery mode, going in a easy approachable manner, so that the core purpose of delivery gets resolved, the delivery with the highest quality. Sometimes you mix two or three framework together, say for example, going back into the Agile delivery style with the example of the building. Sometimes you decide that how to control the traffic, how to control the delivery and make it more faster. You can choose, okay, from third, someone wants to get down on the third floor, there will be some escalator service as well from the third floor as well. So if you want to combine two or three framework, it should be quite easy for you to adapt that, so that you will pace up the delivery, and for that very reason, sometime you will see that Scrum is also with the Scrum, it is the blend with the pair programming, or it is the blend with the extreme programming, or it is blend with Kanban framework. So these are the framework we will be looking at it as well. So here in pair programming, what will happen, you will have peer who is doing the programming with you, who is reviewing what you have programmed when you are developing. So this is a quick thing you can note as a part of pair programming. And when we are talking about Scrum process framework requires the use of development cycle called sprint. Sprint is the same thing we have talked about, time duration. You fix a time, okay? And this is the fix of time. When you once fix that time, that is going to be uniform throughout the delivery. Say, for example, now a banking software, okay? Well, coming back to the banking software, you decide that after two weeks, we will be delivering something, two modules after 2 weeks. But there could be 4 modules also. You can decide in the subsequent week. In the next 2 weeks, you will be releasing 4 modules. In next 2 weeks, you will be releasing 3 modules again. In another 2 weeks, you will be releasing 1 module only. So likewise, module, number of modules when it comes to delivery may vary, but your timeline will not vary. Timeline will continue to be fixed, to which we are calling as sprint or time duration. You tell me what time was fixed here in the example that I gave. What was the time duration that is fixed in this example?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's right. Absolutely right. And don't hesitate when it comes to answering. You can be confident. Go ahead. It's quite clear. It was just 2 weeks. So 2 weeks was the informed. Likewise, once time is decided to going to be fixed in manner, that is going to be fixed in manner. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Any question around it? You can go ahead and ask. Yeah. Okay. All right. I consider.
Yes, I had a question.
Please go ahead.
As we said that the XP framework requires pair programming. So programming means the developers would be doing the programming, right? Like the business analyst or the Scrum Master.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for asking this question. Yes, thank you. This is, if this is the confusion. Yes, when we are talking about programming, business analysts are not involved in the programming. Scrum Master are not involved into the programming. Product owners, testers are not involved in the programming. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome. Any other question? Like such question may appear, which is unsaid, and you may end up wondering, okay, what will happen? So good, you are asking. So if no question, we can move to the another slide. And okay, so okay, this is the continuation of whether Agile and Scrum are the same or not. So we are going to just finish this. Okay, is Agile and Scrum the same? So I will quickly read the first bullet in over here. That lightweight means that.
Gaurav, you want me to take this slide?
Definitely, you can go ahead, Prerna. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Kindly volunteer for reading the first line, please. Go ahead.
Lightweight means the overhead of the process is kept as small as possible to maximize the amount of productive time available for getting useful work done.
Thank you for reading it out. So basically here we have the definition of lightweight. That means that you don't have to put too much pressure on, what is the process about, and, or make a big deal out of it. If I have to put it in the proper simple English, it's simple that whatever time you have to complete the task, you have to use it very productively. Hence, going forward, you will realize that Agile is so systematic, like Scrum is so systematic. We have ceremonies, we have schedules, we have, appointed responsibility to everyone. So basically here, lightweight means the process is very much simplified to ensure that productivity is maximized. Okay. Yeah. Can we go to the next slide, please? Any doubts, please ask in between. I'll be happy to answer. Yeah. Next point.
A Scrum process is distinguished from other Agile processes by specific concepts and practices, divided into 3 categories of roles, artifacts, and time boxes.
Perfect. Now you remember, Gaurav had used the word and I had emphasized on it that Scrum is a subset of Agile.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, right. So that is why here we are trying to have the comparison that Scrum process is distinguished from other Agile processes. Like, and if you are following other things like pair programming or other things, to implement like Kanban and other ways to implement Agile, how to differentiate if someone is using Scrum or not? Very simple thing. So these 3 factors you have to check. First of all, there are varieties of roles in Agile. Like there is a Scrum Master, there is a Scrum team, there is a product owner. So these kind of roles are assigned. So if you see these kind of roles, if you see these kind of designations mentioned, titles mentioned, that is a Scrum methodology, or Scrum is being implemented. Second is artifacts. That means all the workable items, all the work items, or the to-do tasks, they are considered into artifacts, into product backlog. See, all these keywords that I'm mentioning as of now, they'll come in, further future slides. So do not worry. Right now, just try to understand the concept behind it. Okay. So when you see different kind of rules, when you see that your work items are properly systematically arranged, and third is time boxes. We have used this word multiple times, sprint. That sprint is a time duration of to implement particular session or particular time period in Scrum. So it can be 2 weeks, it can be 3 weeks, it can be 4 weeks, it can be 1 week, but ideal and widely used is around 2 weeks. So this is called time boxing. So you have particular amount of time to finish a task, and then you have to ensure that you complete the task within that time. Okay. So whenever you see these three features, you would understand that this is a Scrum process that is being followed. Make sense? Yes. Can we go to the next point, please?
Yes.
Yes. Scrum is most often used to manage complex software and product development using iterative and incremental practices. Scrum significantly increases productivity and reduces time to benefits relative to classic waterfall processes.
Thank you for reading it out, and perfect. You remember yesterday only we discussed that why Scrum is being used and why not waterfall. Like in waterfall, if a customer comes and requests you to create something in January and you end up making that in December, and the customer gets shocked to see that what he or she had asked for was completely different, or is a lot different than what you have delivered. Okay. So to overcome those challenges, or to ensure that there are no such gaps, we follow Scrum. Now they have mentioned that Scrum is often used for complex software. So it's like, when you have something very crucial or complex to be working on, when you are starting with something very major, a product development, product as in Facebook itself is a product now, or if we use, Microsoft Office, which has PowerPoint, Excel, a Word document, and many more. That is a product. So that means whenever we are creating an enterprise product, means in short, a very big application, this kind of setup or methodology is implemented because it is very systematic. And there are two important, I would say, keywords which I think you should use. That is, it is iterative and incremental. Does anybody know what does iterative mean?
It's a one sprint cycle.
Repetitive.
Sorry?
Repetitive.
Yeah, someone said repetitive. Anybody else?
Repetition of a process.
It's a one sprint cycle.
Okay. Sorry, I can't understand.
Iterative is a one sprint cycle.
No, I'm not asking you about Scrum. I'm just asking, what does the word iterative mean to you? So I got this answer, repetitive, which makes sense. And more. See, we have around 20 plus people, and I think I can hear only 2, 3. I do not know why. Yeah. So basically, iterations means, you keep repeating the entire process or that work until unless it is completed. As simple as that. Okay. So that is what iteration means. And incremental means you do not, so it's like, if you're going for a run, so you finish first 100 meters, then you go for 200 meters, then you go for 300 meters. So can you see that is, when you run in a, just imagine, ground, or, that running track that you see on the TV. So that is like the perfect example of iterative and incremental. It's going in circle, but if you're counting the meters, they're increasing, right? So same fashion, just visualize that we work in Agile. Sorry, we work in Scrum. that we have 15 days or 2 weeks, we have same number of people, but our work keeps getting added and added, and we keep finishing the earlier sprints work. Make sense?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then
Very clear.
thank you so much. And they are, one second, and they are wisely used that to ensure that that we do not make the mistakes or reduce time to benefit as compared to waterfall. So in waterfall, we did not have this kind of benefit. Rather, it was a very time consuming task. Yeah, somebody was saying something, please say. I heard someone taking my name. That's okay. Yeah, go to the next point, please. Someone can read it out. Guys,
Scrum
take this
processes,
opportunity. Yeah.
yeah. So Scrum processes enable organizations to adjust smoothly to rapidly changing requirements and produce a product that meets evolving business goals. An agile Scrum process benefits the organization by helping it to.
Yes. So basically, the first line says that Scrum allows or helps organization to adjust smoothly to rapidly changing requirements. So now, as you know, it's very easy to make you understand in comparative tone. So for waterfall, as I mentioned, that the requirements were given in January and you deliver in December, and then per se from Feb to November or December, there was just no communication. And if a customer wanted to change something, as per the market trend, as per his latest change in development and management, there was no scope for that. But here in Scrum, what happens is whenever there is any change, any update, see, organizations as of now are fast paced, they're changing rapidly. Like any trend on social media, any trend, global trend, that affects every activity. So organizations have also become dynamic, and they also they like to be in touch with the latest technology and latest trends. So that ultimately calls for sometimes rather most of the time that calls for change in requirements, right? So for example, I'll give you a simple example. If you have any function in your house, like per se baby shower or a wedding, or maybe a birthday party, something, or anniversary, you talk to the what do you say, caterer or the designer, or what you call the person who arranges anything, or you give to one event manager. Okay, so you do get back to them, right, in between. So though you might have decided on per se artificial flower decoration earlier, but then you saw some of the very cool pictures on Pinterest, or you increased your budget, and you really saw some couple of pictures, they were very very beautiful and that required real flowers decoration. So you will go back to them and ask them that, okay, can we do this in real flowers, right? So there is no rigidity, right? So there might be some earlier different set of whenever I'm trying to give this example, try to visualize that scenario, because when you visualize that example, it stays in your memory for a longer time, and it helps you to understand the concept. That is the whole point of giving such a relatable layman simple example. So considering an event, you ask them to change the flowers, and then you ask them to change the sitting position. You change the maybe timing from afternoon to evening or night, So all these changes are accommodated or not? You give me an answer, yes or no? Does the event manager comes and tells you, no, we can't do that?
No, he
No, they
cannot.
won't tell you.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? They want to have that business, they want to have this party, they want to make profit. And if whatever is feasible, definitely they'll charge you more. Because for my personal experience, if you switch from artificial flowers or real flowers, they charge you a bomb for that. It's I think 3 or 4 times more. That too depending on which kind of flowers you want. Delicate ones, the imported ones, then it will go over the roof. But that's okay. That's your choice. If you are okay to spend, they will be very much willing to incorporate that. So similar way, in Scrum, in every sprint, I'm not saying that it's a haywire or it's like in whims and fancies of the customer. No, some of the changes are very thoughtful, depending on the management meetings, depending on the latest, I would say, course of action of the organization, or any change in their fundamental updates, whatever may be the reason. The thing we want to highlight is in Scrum, there is a great flexibility to adapt and to include and implement changes. Okay. So if somebody asks you why Scrum, you have to just say that first of all, it's fast, it's very inclusive, it allows changes to happen, it is time boxed. I mean, I can go on and on and on. That's the beauty of it. And I've personally worked on Scrum so much that I just can't imagine myself going back to other ways. So, and then it's a practical way. It's not only theoretically best, it's practically also very suitable, and it really gives you the reward of implementing it. You feel fruitful when you implement in Scrum. Yeah. So any doubts into this? If not, then I'll request. Oh, I think we're over time. I'm sorry, I did not see the time. So any doubts in this? Yeah. Gaurav, can we move to the next slide if something is smaller related, or we can wind up, or you can take a
I
call.
think we can wind up because it is going to be complete, flow coming up. So I think we can take a
Yeah,
pause now.
then it's okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Over to you.
So any questions so far, everyone? So any question, we encourage you to
Yes,
ask.
sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
How the developers will work in XP pair programming, like they'll say like two brains are better than one
Revati,
brain.
can
Right?
you be bit more clearer? I'm hardly able to clearly hear you well.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, sir. How the developers will be working in XP? Like, I don't know how the process will be. So just the two developers will be working in same user story, something like that.
Yeah, same modules. Yeah, same modules,
Okay.
two users, two developers will be working. How developers are assigned the work and all that, we will be looking at it in coming days when we will be explaining, various meetings, to which we call it as a ceremonies. Okay. So in fact, in the next session itself, when we will be talking about the complete Scrum flow, we will be also talking about the meetings, and in what meetings, what happens, that also we are going to look at it. All right. Any other question? Revati, did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. So any other question, everyone?
Sir, is there any way you can share the slides which you taught till now?
Okay, Ashwarya, I think then you have not read you have not gone through the first day of the session. I want you to go through that. I have answered with what you can get, what you cannot. So unfortunately, slides you cannot get, but yeah, how still you can get the gist of it, that I have shared in the day one's video. Please go through that. So your question will be answered there. Any other question apart from this? Okay, all right. If no question, then I appreciate your time. Would love to hear from you whether you were able to understand today in easy way or not, and that will define how the next session is going to be. Those who are present, those who are available, those who are just not sitting for the sake of sitting, but you really learned today, it means you are present. Please go ahead and write the one word, two word, or a sentence in the WhatsApp group, that what did you learn from today, and whether you were able to read it well, understand it well, connect with the topic or not. Would love to hear from you. And the moment I'll read it, I personally going to review that and react on that. So thank you so much, everyone, for showing up here. We'll talk to you soon on the next Sunday. And till then, bye-bye. Good night. Take care. Stay in touch. Attend RRT session.
Good night. Take care, guys.
Yeah. Those available, go ahead. Drop your comments on the WhatsApp group. We'll review that. So,
Sir Gaurav,
Yeah,
this is
Reshma,
Reshma.
I read
Yeah,
your message. You asked your
yes,
team to stay back. So rest,
yes, sir.
everyone can drop. So Reshma and other who are part of Reshma's team can stay back. We'll pause the recording here.